Naruto 657 viewer comments. Let's go ahead and start off with Oscar Avendo's got a couple short comments. Holy shit, I can't believe people this old read manga. I want to be like you when I grow up. Hey man, I'm new, just subbed. Keep up the good work. I'll be watching. Awesome. We do appreciate it. Alright. I hear that a lot. That's a lot of the positive things. They see themselves in the future and they go, wow, I'm not going to grow out of actually enjoying things. That's awesome. So I'm glad that you subbed, and I'm glad you can see that the future, if you want to be, is pretty cool. Comment Bob 9. Sorry, Rampage. I'm not about to prove you wrong about Obito taking up panels. It was certainly frustrating, but the rest of the chapter was so awesome, with Madara being just a badass. I wish that Kishi would just let this guy, Obito, that's it, die off already. Really, I think that this battle should have ended when Kakashi stabbed him in the other realm, but this thing keeps dragging on. Right now, I don't have too much of a problem because Black Zetsu is in control, and that's a definite personality improvement. At least we shouldn't be hearing about Rin as much. Still, Kishi may have to resolve this quickly because Madara likely needs both eyes back before he can fully implement his plan. On that subject, what did Obito do with the right eye? It's probably down in the lair somewhere. Madara could be sending a Zetsu to get it right now so that he can have one eye at least. And that's another thing. What all these other eyes all of a sudden? I mean, you know he wants his old eyes back, but... And I'm sure that whatever Obito knows, the Zetsu's knew. So that means Madara knows it. So, right. So he's probably going to get the one Nagato is still got, or some other eyes. It could get even more interesting. He could grab some other eyes. Madara could, have the Zetsus bring it to him. Pretty interesting. Anyway, going back to your comment, Madara could be sending the Zetsus. Okay, for a blind guy, he's working against a lot of odds at the moment. Just what is this guy up to? Also, if Madara's blind because his body's been returned to how it was beforehand, before he died, then why is it he's super old right now? There are a lot of questions here, but the situation overall is certainly intriguing. Yeah, it's still, how does this work? It's really odd. I just had a thought as I was typing this post. Perfectly far-fetched. Alright, this is going to be fun then. But with Sasuke cut his blade through Madara's arm, could his real intent have been to collect some of Hashi's DNA? Maybe he's looking to gain that Senju power later on so that he can activate the Rinnegan. That really did show, and like a panel zeroing in on the cut. So that does look like something for future reference. So go, oh, remember that? Boom, yeah. So I like where you're going with this. That actually doesn't sound far-fetched at all. Ochimaru could have been to implant the blood sample on him, or maybe the scroll has already told him about how the process is done. I think this could be a possibility because Sasuke is definitely going to need a major power-up before he could ever be a match for Naruto. Apart from Madara, there isn't a single being in the world right now who can challenge Naruto's power. And Sasuke getting these particular power-ups are the only way I could see for him to being a threat. Yeah, Sasuke's definitely needs some power-ups. Also, I think this chapter might confirm that in a final fight between Naruto and Sasuke, neither of them will die. Madara said that according to the stone tablet, when the two opposing forces that created the universe work together, real happiness can be found. At some point, I think Naruto will awaken with him the will of the sage, or something like that. When Sasuke awakens his eyes, when the fight is over, the two of them, with the yin and yang powers of the sage mode, will work together to preside over a better world, creating an age of happiness. I want to stop right there. For a happy ending, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I don't know if I want a happy ending to Naruto. I'm not sure. I kind of would like I would like to go maybe down a dark path at the end instead of the predictable. But anyway, continuing on. I know that Naruto stated long ago that when they fight, they will both die, but I think that the deaths will be symbolic, not literal. It could be the hatred between the Senju and the Uchiha that dies in their fight. And when this happens, they will have succeeded where Madara and Hashirama have failed long ago. In any case, I think this is a chapter which states that neither one of them will die. Well, it has. I mean, we've seen this war and a lack of death of major characters, so that would kind of dovetail with what you're saying, that there's going to be a happy ending like that. So, but we'll have to see. Oro possesses Sasuke. I'm still going for that. That would be so freaking awesome. Anyway, awesome comment. Really do appreciate it there. Conley Bob 9. All right, continuing on. Everybody's doing great here. Okay, and especially everybody answering other people's questions. That's phenomenal. I'm not a guru. I see certain things. I'm not a guru, but kind of crowdsourcing like that and everybody jumping in, really do appreciate it. And that's another awesome thing about this channel. People really do just jump in there and answer questions, which is phenomenal. XX Avenger Legend. This sucks. For the tailed beasts, let's give them 5 minutes of freedom because Madara will take them out. I love this chapter. It showed how much Madara is a beast and how he will take control of the war. One question I have is, where the hell is the second Hokage and Orochimaru? Orochimaru, he's always missing, isn't he? He's a sneaky sucker. I think they're inventing a new jutsu. I should have saw that coming. That was nice. The second Hokage, yes he does. I personally, in the next couple of chapters, Madara will get Obito's Sharingan and Rinnegan, which will give him the power of Kamui, and somehow Madara will obtain Susanoo. Well, he's already got that, doesn't he? I mean, I realize he did the perfect when he was in Edo form. I'm assuming he can do that now. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, really do appreciate that. And the second Hokage's always good, and he gets so pissed when people I invented that. Okay. All right, and then another one from XX Legend. Oh yeah, it looked like at the end Madara was absorbing the Nine Tails chakra from that guy. That's how Madara healed himself. The first was there, and he's absorbing chakra. How he's absorbing it and why? He's like, why? What does this mean? So, yeah, he's evidently still got some kind of connection to the Juvie, it seems like. He's been transformed, he's been brought back to life, but he seems to have some connection. So anyway, we saw the tree. It wasn't supposed to do a fruit, it was supposed to do something else, but maybe it's going to do the fruit, and I don't know. There's a lot of different places to go, and it was a pretty enjoyable chapter. All right, really do appreciate it. Awesome job. Brandon Blaze, good review. I wonder if Madara accomplice might have been. I think it would be Orochimaru because he's the only one I can think of who could have gathered up this kind of information. Where is he anyway? We didn't get any panels in for a while. I somehow think he might just turn out to be the biggest threat in the end. A sneak attacks when you least expect. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for Orochimaru to be the final villain. That would be amazing. Possessing Sasuke, by the way. I've said that about 1,000,000 times, and I'll keep saying it. I want to see it. All right, awesome comments. ASML. Finally, a good chapter. Aha! Madara just proving why he's the most badass character in the series. He just took out the only person that could kill him or immobilize him. This chapter gave me chills. It kind of scared and worried for the Shinobi Alliance. Then you know it. Oh, read more. Let's go here. Was a good chapter, and your emotions get twisted and reading it. Did anyone, I'd probably mangle it. Did anyone notice at the end when he had his foot on the dead Shinobi, he was absorbing his life force, and his wound on his arm healed? It's due to the Senju Hashi DNA or something else. Well, he's probably absorbing chakra, but the healing is probably from the first face in his chest. All right, ASML. Looks like you're going to ask a question, I think. Okay, did anyone notice when Sasuke stabbed Madara right through his arm close to Hashirama's face? Madara kind of... I mean... Okay, hold on. Madara kind of stopped Sasuke's sword. I mean, why bother? Madara was already Hashirama's Sage Mode with healing his injuries. Maybe Madara's weakness is Hashirama's face. And DT Ninja responds, the god of Konoha is back. I thought this chapter was brilliant and very interesting. Kishimoto finally brought some fire to this war. Literally, LOL. Madara looks so badass. As a blind man kicking ass and taking names. However, when I saw how cold Madara acted toward the first, that was a little disheartening. I've been with Madara as an evil, self-centered guy, so looks like I've been right on this one. To me, it almost seemed like Madara has gained some of the Senju's powers. His power increased in this way beyond my expectations, and he's fighting blind, LOL. This is a true badass. I really enjoyed watching Sasuke go after Madara. Seems his character has progressed more and more each time we see him fight. Better than Naruto, though. He just stood there watching in disbelief. What happened? I was surprised that my theory on Chujiro and Dark Zetsu was right, LOL. It was just some crazy idea I had. I'm curious who this mysterious shinobi in the shadows that Madara mentioned. Some partner that helped him back then. Was it Azuna or even someone we don't know? I think we may see two separate battles in the coming chapters. Number 1, Madara will take on the Beast and what's left of the Alliance. Loved how he was portrayed as a hunter going out to destroy his prey toward the end. That was epic. Oh yeah. Number 2, Dark Zetsu has possessed Obito. Might take on Minato and Kakashi. I would love to see a tag combo like that. I mean, honestly, with Obito that we all cared for is gone, there's no reason to get sentimental over this piece of trash. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Kishi is really just, wow, he did kind of love her feelings for Obito. He just stomped him out of there. One last question to leave on. If Madara truly wants to be all-powerful, why doesn't he absorb Dark Zetsu and kill Obito? Wouldn't it make him stronger and more complete? Maybe he wants him around for insurance, but he seems unstoppable right now, right? Nice review as always, Steve, and keep up the great work. I really do appreciate it. I don't know, as far as motivations with the I think I'll punt on that. I really don't know. But awesome job. Really do appreciate it, DT Ninja 831. Okay. Armin Gregorian. If Madara died old, doesn't his Ryan Tensei supposed to be an old version? I don't know. It's like you're the same, but you're not. I guess you're in your prime as your age, but it still brings the body back. I guess with however it's modified. But I don't know. It's that whole thing has really got me. I don't understand. You know, even what I thought I understood about it, evidently there's a lot of other like sub rules and stuff, I guess. Appreciate your comment. Sage Blue 92. Madara has Hashiroma's face on him when he was alive as an old man. Also, he doesn't have eyes because he was given to Nagato shortly before his death. Okay, I can the eye thing I can understand more. Like you say, he gave his real eyes away, and so when he died, he didn't actually have his eyes. I can understand that. So I guess by the same logic, if you don't get your eyes back when you died, if you gave them away, if you didn't have them in your body somehow, or even a part of them, or what have you, then if something was somebody, but I don't know, the whole idea that you're partially bringing someone else back, and I don't know. I guess that's the same logic. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. But I mean, what if you died and your head got blown off? You just come back and, well, I don't have a head, or the headless horseman. I don't know. A lot of holes in there. But like I said, I think I'll just do what most people do here and just kind of go, okay, that's probably not that solid an idea. I'll just keep moving. All right. Appreciate it. Life in the Boat. Why do you guys keep assuming that Kabuto implanted Hashiroma's face on Madara's shoulder? Remember when Madara was talking about the past and stated that he implanted the first cells in him. He wanted the first cells, presumably to heal his wounds from the battle in the end, to keep him unlocked the Rinnegan, and we don't know how much Hashiroma's cell Madara is incorporated into him. It could be a finger or a face. Okay, to answer that, it's because Kabuto said that he's the one that improved and altered him. So that's why we're all saying that, because Kabuto pretty much said that's what he did. All right, continuing on your comment. What happened to Madara's eyes? It seemed as though he has never opened them since absorbing the Amaterasu. And I just totally butchered that word. Does he have to get his real eyes, or they just went away for a short amount of time? His eyes shouldn't have come back to him since they were already in a physical world. Right. You answered your own question. I mainly just don't want to see two sets of the same eyes around. Well, yeah, you answered it. They've physically been running all over the place. Evidently, eyes don't age. Evidently, eyes don't age. So those eyes have been running around, not aging, and all kind of different people, and just having their own little adventures and a good freaking time. Rampage, I think I would skip this random mine, LOL. Well, that's a little late for, you should have put that in the beginning. Don't put it at the end. If you're going to say, please skip this, put it at the beginning, because, yeah. Because by the time I get there, I've already read it. It was a good one. It was fine. That's what this place is all about. Have fun, rant. Have fun. Okay. And let's see. Alright. King of Diva 40. With Madara fighting a whole war with his eyes closed and owning everybody, you can only imagine what happens when the Rinnegan is awake. Oh, it's going to get... There's more... There's more levels to this. This is going to get crazier and crazier. Appreciate your comment. Ronald Lindsay. This was a real good chapter. Sasuke is going to be the one to stop Madara. When Madara gets his eyes, he will see Sasuke and think of his little brother and be reminded of what he embodied with the Uchiha clan, or Sasuke will use Izumagi, or somehow it will be Sasuke to stop him. It is his duty in his clan. I would like to see Sasuke do that, but two things that continue to happen. Okay, there's, for a character that has like almost just minimal time, Izuna is like one of the favorite characters that nobody has seen very much on. He just is. He's just the whatever, for whatever reason, the brother. And of course, the next thing, of course, is people keep wanting some kind of good Madara, and I don't. And I think that as many times as I've been wrong, okay, about Naruto, Obito, and I've been really, really wrong, okay, I think I'm right on this one. And every time we keep seeing anything, Madara is evil. He's a self-centered evil. Fill in the blank, and I think I'm right on that. All right, appreciate your comments, Mr. Marcus. Yeah, there was some obvious nonsense going on in this chapter, but I think we got past the flashback era, though I was really sick of it. Now, this is what's really bothering me. Where did Madara learn how to absorb ninjutsu? It's a good question. Like I said, the first is like, what does this mean? How is he doing this? And from whom did he learn it? The whole Hashirama being attached to Madara chesting is going to get weird me out, and it's really necessary. Maybe, okay, we know that, let's go to the Dark Zetsu thing, okay? The Zetsu is connected to Obito, right? Is it possible that even though he didn't get the eye from Obito, that he transferred the knowledge or the power of it already through the Zetsus? Because he's been talking to the Zetsus, the dark and and every the other Zetsus. So that may be it, or a part of it. It kind of makes sense to me. I guess it's not a full solid idea. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to here. The whole Hashirama being attached to Madara's chest is starting to weird me out, as it should. Is it really necessary? Couldn't Kishimoto find a better way for Madara to merge with Hashirama without him sitting on his chest? It could be worse. He could be in worse places. Let's keep moving. Is Sasuke waking up now, or he's starting to understand that the person who destroyed the Uchiha clan is none other than Madara, and he and the rest must stop this diabolical villain? Not for anything, but Kishimoto, kill off Obito's ass already. This guy makes me sick. Kill his ass already. What are you waiting for anyway? Great chapter and great review, Steve. Well, I appreciate it. Obito, there's not a lot of love for Obito. I'm sure there's love for Obito still. I mean, even, still sympathy. I still have sympathy. I'm just sick of seeing the character. I'm just sick of seeing the character. And I think that's where more and more people are. On Sasuke, that was the thing I wanted. People are really happy because this does look like legitimate character development with Sasuke, right? He's kind of grown up. He's sick of being... I mean, you could say, well, maybe he's being self-centered now and this and that, but maybe after all, he's kind of like, you know what? I should be for myself. It's better than being like used as a tool, everybody's useful idiot. And they're like, okay, you know, Sasuke, be mad at that guy, be my useful idiot, and be angry, and okay, you know. So he's grown up, so it's a good thing. Awesome comments, appreciate it. Sean Riley, the Edo Tensei when Madara was brought back to life reminds me of when he was old, dry, dead skin. How it flakes off your body when new skin is underneath. Each panel of Madara coming to life reminds me of that. I agree with the part of Beto and the Black Zetsu. Everyone praises the fourth flying god technique, but hasn't even been using it, not once in a worthless Hage, which makes him a worthless Hokage. Sorry, Naruto, LOL. Now the battle went from Madara versus the first Madara to the Tailed Beast. Great review, Steve. Well, at least we got a lot to look forward to. So it was a great chapter, and we have a lot to look forward to. So as fans, I mean, you can kind of feel the feedback and the energy, you know. So the base of the fans and everything is pretty darn excited. So I'm really happy with that. And I was talking about people explaining things, and that leads to my next question here. Comment. Tyler Johnson. Great review, Rampage. Can you explain why Madara lost his eye? And two people step up. Madjop 22. Because he gave his eyes to Nagato before he died, and while he was in an Edo Tensei form, his body, his eyes, his Edo Tensei form. Now he's alive. He needs real eyes, right? So one of his eyes are buried with Nagato, and the other one is with Obito, the one he took from Nagato. And then Tyler Johnson thanks him. He goes, wow, thanks for pointing that out. I totally didn't take those two things into consideration. Look at this channel. Awesome freaking primo pro comments. People are helpful and actually give really good answers. This is an awesome channel. When I get sentimental, I'm an old person now. I'm going to do that. But enjoy Naruto, and I'm enjoying you guys and everything while we're here, because like I say, you know, we'll be at the end of this, and I really just enjoy the heck out of you guys, and that's my advice, old person to young people, and some of you are my age or older too. Enjoy it while it's here. Enjoy it while it's here. But you guys are awesome. You guys are freaking awesome. I really do appreciate you. Okay, Armin Gregorian. One thing not many people noticed when Madara took Hashirama's Senjutsu, he said, this much power, it would be very easy to handle. It showed how much power Madara already really has. Yeah, that was another thing. Like I said, it was brilliant, and the whole way that you know, his face is in, you know, sage mode, the whole healing thing, and then he's getting that chakra powering him up. That was just, I loved that. I really did love that. All right, awesome comment. Short but sweet. See, that's how it is. Doesn't have to be big comments. Sage Blue 92 was never an Obito fanboy. Oh, this Sage Blue 92, you're hitting on what I think probably a majority, or actually a good chunk of people that were fans, or actually the majority of people that were still fans of Obito. But I'm going to read the comments starting at the beginning here. Was never an Obito fan, but I was never on the hate train like a lot of fans. Even defended him at times. Now I'm sick to death of him. I want him to just go already. I cringed when I saw his face. This chapter, every time Obito plays a small role or none at all, the Naruto chapters are anywhere between good and great. People are sick of him. People, like I say, Kishimoto is making this it's not even hate. It's just like, please, it's just the character, please go away. Please just go away. I don't even care how. Just go. I appreciate your comment. And you really helped sum it up. You're another person who's really helped sum up, I think, what a good portion of the Naruto fan base. Condabomb 9. I've been trying to think of how a blind Madara is going to take control of all the free beasts. And then it hit me like a slap in the face. The 1,000 hand Buddha thing. Yeah, that the first did. That was okay, you're going to explain it pretty well, so I'm just going to keep reading. I'll bet that he can summon it right now, and he's drained Hashi of his chakra. The Hashi face on his chest has already gone into Sage mode. And Madara already received a cut on his arm. So he's got the blood that he needs to do a summon. Oh man, if he summons that very thing that caused him to lose the Valiant, that would be so epic. Please make it happen. Oh man, Kishimoto. Oh, please make it happen, Kishimoto. That statue thing massively dwarfed Kurama in size and slapped him around like a naughty pup. If it comes out, the other Bijus are in trouble. That whole scene, that whole battle, right? You know, he had the Susanoo as the armor around Kurama, and it blotted out the sun. It was so big, right? It was like this big shadow it created, and that was crazy awesome. Kishimoto, that was such an awesome scene. I'm with you. I would like to see that again. That would be pretty phenomenal. All right, awesome. Conley, Bob, I really do appreciate it. And let's see. Okay, A. Ishmael. LOL, did anyone see Ocharu and Toby Rama? Where did they go? I mean, the real problem in the back, Madara. G. Gorsey. Okay, read more. G. Gorsey here. Yes, finally Madara takes center stage at long freaking last. Why is the Seven Tails missing on the last page? Where did it go? What we need, standing in the bodies of the fallen shinobi, Hashirama just neutralized, and overlooking the Bijus like some easy prey. This could actually get interesting again. A lot of potential. Madara and Sasuke. Madara. How you combine these two things, it's just a win. It's just interesting to fans. It's just awesomeness. This could actually get interesting. It is. Madara and his eyes closed outright, blitzed right, plus SM Naruto and Sai that started choking Hashi like a GL. Choking like a G. He put the pimp hand out, huh? And sucked his chakra out. Oh, man. Okay. Just dodging Sasuke's attacks. Gets hit. Not sure if on purpose or not. He's like, well, I guess I could take your eyes. LOL. Madara shows up. How badass he is. It was awesome. The talk between Naruto and Sasuke. And it was definitive, too. That was what's so brilliant. It wasn't, well, it was like, fuck you. I'm not joining your team. I'm on my team. I'm not joining Team Madara. I'm on Team Sasuke. Go to hell, hole. Son of a... Yeah, you get the idea. Or it has just been a damn teaser for nothing. And he won't be able to achieve anything over the next chapters. I hope we get something interesting from Madara. We kind of have to. We kind of... Because you get... he's going to be hunting Tail Beast. Kishi threw that out. Tail Beast hunting. This is going to be interesting. It can't help but be interesting. And Sasuke's right there up front. Hashi's still going to do something. It would be, at this point, I guess what would be, I mean, people are who's going to come back or be back. You kind of got to, I mean, what could Obito do? I mean, really, I guess the greatest thing that Obito could do is bring back the first. I think that's kind of going to happen. Yeah, I think it has to happen. Because Madara is just too powerful. I think until you can bring the first back, I think what's been said all the way through is just going to go. I mean, Madara he keeps going up, but the truth is everybody was way behind him anyhow, and he even souped up Naruto and Sasuke and all this business. But he's too smart. He's powerful and smart, and it was just you had the one Achilles heel kind of person in the first. So I would expect the first is coming back to life. That would be pretty crazy too. But we can wait on that. A lot of fun to happen between there. All right. KX Mixer X. Sasuke is past the point of being swayed by people. It goes back to when Itachi told Naruto that he can be easily dyed any color. that isn't the case anymore. And it shows some serious character progression on his part, which I love, which I absolutely agree with you. It is. It's awesome. I love how Madara is practically fighting a war on his own while also being blind. you don't get any more badass than that. It is freaking awesome. Appreciate your comments. Awesome stuff. G. Gorsey, this chapter was good, and you get through people responding to your comment. Madara doing all this with his eyes closed couldn't possibly be a censor. The Zetsus. He's got the Zetsus. He can see. He's connected to them. Is anyone else curious as to why Madara loses his Rinnegan when he came back to life? Okay, that's already been answered by several people, because he gave his eyeballs away, and he didn't have any eyeballs. His body didn't when he died. And GTR Master 2000. Well, I think the reason why he doesn't have his eyes is because his eyes never died, right? They're these... Think of how old these eyes are, by the way. I mean, the mileage on these eyes. Because they haven't just been sitting and aging. They've been on the road, traveling. Except Nagato's kind of parked right now. But anyway, he took his eyes out beforehand and put them in Nagato before he was dying. And then Obito took out Nagato's eye after he died. And that's the only logical thing I could come up with. However, Obito only uses one. Madara's eyes, have no idea what he did with the other one. It's probably in a jar on a shelf. Probably still in Nagato. Or it could be in a jar on a shelf. And then G. Gorsey also answers the comment. Yeah, that is a logical thing. Then why did Madara say to Sasuke, until my Rinnegan comes back? Does that mean Madara's eyes can come back without him going to find his eyes? Like Madara, I guess Madara could take Sasuke's eyes. And he would, too. That would be crazy, except that would totally, completely... That would be some crazy writing if that happened. that would... Wow. That would blow a lot of minds right there. If that happened, that's intense stuff right there. And A. Ishmael also answers really... I have been thinking about Madara's eyes, and I think I have an idea of what's going on. When he died, he already removed them and implanted them in Nagato, right? Now, one is in Obito and the other is in Obito's possession. That is not really a problem for Nito Tensei. But apparently, now he is alive again. His eyes can't be in two places at once. As for why he didn't come back with the eyes when he died, I'm assuming that was also removed by Obito's collection. I wonder if Obito will have Kakashi destroy the Rinnegan before he dies. That is about the best he can do to hinder Madara at this point. Minato and... Oof, those eyes actually get toasted. Ooh, wow. Okay, Minato and Tobirama need to get on the ball there. Their ability to teleport is one of the few things that might give Madara trouble. Well, he's right next to Obito, and if there's enough of Obito to hold on and say, hey, port me to Nagato. You need to destroy this one and port me to Nagato. I know where he is, and something like that. They're in the right spot. You got the right teleport person right next to Obito to do that. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, appreciate your comment. G. Gorsey. Yeah, that is the logical thing, but why did Madara say to Sasuke, until my Rinnegan... I think I've already read this comment. Does that mean Madara eyes can come back without him going... Okay, I've already read this, I think. Yes, I have already read this. Okay, moving on. Appreciate your comments. Okay, Calmeast K. Rinnegan brought him back into his prime. Kabuto placed Hashirama's cells at the center of his chest, Nito Tensei form. Meanwhile, Madara himself, before he died, he placed Hashirama's face on the left side of his chest. So when he comes back, he ran Tensei. Okay, so we've pretty much covered that quite a few times. Goku, Madara, you should join NarutoBase.net XD. And let's see. Maybe, but the series is going to end in a few months, so Alright, G. Gorsey. G. Gorsey's done a lot of comments here, and that's perfectly fine. I used to like the old Obito, or young Obito, and it's kind of funny how he and Naruto were so similar. I really feel like they are interchangeable, in the sense that Obito could have easily turned out to be like Naruto, still aspiring to be Hokage. If the situation had been right, also maybe Naruto would have turned out like Obito. If he had been in Obito's situation. I hope Obito okay, wait a minute, hold it. I hope Obito's ending turns out to be better than what Zetsu is predicting for him. I feel like Zetsu will somehow show some softness toward him, although unlikely. I would think not. The whole Madara thing is really strange. No idea what he's doing or how he's going to be so strong, or how he got so strong. I like how Sasuke was saying how it was a mistake for him to get rid of Ito Tensei and how they are going to kill him for real. Obviously, getting rid of Ito Tensei has unlocked his true strength, so I'm guessing all the Hokages aren't at their maximum strength because they don't have their real bodies. Now, remember when they were revived, the second said they weren't at full power. It said they were close, though. Any chance they'd be revived fully would be awesome, but I guess it's a new generation's time. Or I wonder if it's just the case that Madara in the first. I'm not sure how Madara is possibly taking all that bijou, but I guess his power he's got from Hashirama cells adding to his body has become a lot stronger. On that note, I also wonder what happened with Yamamoto. Is he still, he's kind of on the back burner, isn't he? Is he still alive, or is he still attached to the tree? What's going on with him? There's a whole lot of characters that we don't know. You know, they've been way back burnered. Alright, appreciate your comment. Dharma79, Rampage. So after reading this chapter, I have several conclusions. First, let me say that this chapter was topped with Kishi's special Zetsu sauce. I believe that Kishi must use Chekhov's gun regarding Black Zetsu, Madara's tutoring Sasuke, the return of the Sage, Jubi's together again, the fruit, Sage's mom, right? And her return, I think, will probably happen as opposed to Six Sage himself. And since he is a tormentor of Obito, I believe Obito will defeat Black Zetsu somehow. In order for Madara to be defeated, Naruto will need to receive a power-up, and the only person it comes to now, beyond his bond pairing with Sasuke and friendship with Obito, I believe it will be Rain Tensei again and make Naruto the Sage's sixth path. Since Madara can suck the life out of any and everyone there is no other way to resolve things about a power-up. Also, who would have thought this blind relic, someone who should show up in the poster child of ADA act blind, and depending on his other senses would be such a good bad guy. Madara's got people excited. He is one hell of a bad guy. He's just more evil than people want. That's the only problem with him. He's legitimately straight up just more evil than people want. But he is evil. Alright. Appreciate your comments. Michael Gethman. I love this chapter. Madara is a ruthless beast. He's really fast too. LOL. If Madara was able to keep Hashirama's cells, then why have his eyes temporarily gone away? We've already covered that. Madara's domination on this chapter was epic. He got right down to business. Next chapter is a bijou hunt. Cool. Makes me wonder if Kishi wanted every Naruto fan to hate Obito as a villain and then bring in Madara to save the day. The last panel where Madara was staring at the bijous was really cool. Yes. But did anyone notice that Madara was sucking the Fox Chakra cloak out of the person he was standing on? I've read this chapter over 10 times now. Best Naruto chapter in a year. Bam. There you go. Last comment. KX Mixer X. It wouldn't surprise me if Obito managed to somehow screw over Madara's plans using Black Zetsu before he dies. Excuse me. It would make more sense. It would make sense after all. Poetic justice, if you would. It is Madara's fault that Obito turned out the way he did. What better way for Obito to close the chapter on his own life than by taking Madara with him into oblivion? Oh, Kamoid away into the void. Wow. Also, why else would Kishi bother keeping Obito alive this long? I mean, two things have already... I just like that. I mean, it's not the first time somebody's thought something, but now it's with Madara. You know, Kamui him out of here. That'd be pretty crazy. I mean, two things have already happened to him that would have otherwise killed any other character. One being the extraction of the Jubi, and the other being the Ryan Tensei Jutsu. There has to be a reason he's being kept alive. Well, I like that ending. Somehow they weaken him down to a point and then just say, okay, bye into the void. So, of course, it's not a clean ending, and then the problem that we come to is Obito versus Madara in the void. I have a feeling that Madara is going to get his freaking eyes and come back. So that's kind of a problem. That's kind of an issue right there. But I like the idea, and there could be some variation on that, and that would be pretty cool. All right, it's going to be it. Another awesome video. Once again, like I say, I enjoy Naruto. It's a lot of fun, and anything I miss, and you guys have some pretty genius ideas on what can happen in the future. Well worth hearing. So I love what you guys have done. It's awesome. You're answering other people's questions or each other's questions, and you guys are amazing. All right, anybody can be an anime fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.